Free Europe is losing its opportunities for unhindered development. All spheres of active social life of Europe are subject to imposed complexities, and rights are limited in implementation due to complex bureaucratic mechanisms and procedures. Such inalienable rights as the right to individual entrepreneurship, insurance and medical care require from the citizen efforts, although the legal doctrine of Europe guarantees their availability for each European by definition. The real threat of terrorism and transport collapse, which contribute to a decrease in the control over the movement of citizens and the transport of goods, are problems of a pan-European scale. The objective impossibility of the government to curb the growing threat lies in the lack of transparency in the work of transport hubs. The so-called approach of the service sector to the consumer through the introduction of online payment offices for social services and personal purchases is in fact a profitable scheme for increasing the income of banks, the hidden interest of which is embedded in each transaction. There are many similar difficulties, and, in spite of the fact that each of them individually cannot be considered crucial for European prosperity, together they form a real threat for the whole of Europe and every European. More and more populists are reasonably criticized by the activities of governments and the very Brussels bureaucracy for unwillingness and inability to solve real problems in real time. Being an original European team, Europecoin understands and shares the fears of everyone. Not having behind the shoulders of the state curator, Europecoin is free to choose the methods of regulating public relations in the simplest and most logical ways. The implementation of the detachment is the removal of imposed obligations. The large-scale integration of the free European cryptocurrency will become one of the three whales of the unity of Europe. The key to solving actual European problems lies in themselves: simplification and transparency. This is the easiest and undoubtedly the most effective way of instantly completing the old cycle and moving to a new level of quality and safety of life. Difficult decisions and state initiatives are ways to earn money for and articles of spending budgets. Europecoin is a bold initiative with no chance to shoot. Core benefits of blockchainization and implementation of Europecoin: removal of restrictions for businesses and individuals in the field of entrepreneurship, when the possibility of business partnership will be determined by the desire and not by the search for loopholes of mutual settlement, logistics, liability insurance, etc. Economy. Efficiency is the standard of capital increase. When the golden rule, saved equals earned, can really work in the interests of every European. Security. Ousting intermediaries from the transport industry and establishing direct contacts between each consumer of passenger and freight services with public and private companies in the transport sector and controlling migration. Providing access to a full range of social opportunities through the total destruction of paper barriers to their receipt and use. New technologies are declared as an absolutely new way of modern Europe and organically fit into the digital agenda of the EU. Europecoin's flagship initiatives are the long-awaited balance of needs and mechanisms for their unimpeded implementation. Europecoin is the point of coincidence of Europe's interests and coin temporary mechanism for their implementation.